Walk into a high-stakes board exam, your heart is pounding, your palms are sweaty, and your brain is convinced you'll forget everything the moment you see the first question. That hesitation, that moment where the path forward feels like a drop into nothing, is a universal part of the human experience. The Irish writer Liam O'Flaherty provides a psychological map for this specific brand of terror in his story, His First Flight. He uses the journey of a young bird to break down exactly how we confront the fears that feel like physical walls. The story opens on a young seagull stranded on a rocky ledge. The rest of his family, his parents, his brothers, and his little sister, have already taken off. They are out there in the air, while he remains behind, totally isolated. Physically, he is ready. His wings are actually larger than his little sister's. But when he looks at the sea stretching for miles below, his brain short-circuits. He is certain that if he tries to fly, his wings will fail him and he'll plummet straight into the water. This mental block is so complete that he cannot even attempt the motion. As the text puts it, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate. His parents try every traditional motivational tactic. They coax him, they scold him, and they eventually threaten to let him starve to death on that rock. But none of it works. He watches his siblings catch their first fish, but he remains rooted to the ledge. At this stage, the external pressure of the parents is hitting a dead end. Their threats of starvation are logically sound, but they cannot outweigh the internal, irrational certainty that the drop will kill him. The parents change their approach and leave him in total isolation for 24 hours. During this time, the physical reality of hunger begins to set in. It's no longer just a threat, it's a constant gnawing sensation. From his ledge, he watches his family thriving. He sees his older brother catch and devour his first herring, while his parents circle around with a proud cackle. The contrast between his starvation and their success is becoming unbearable. His internal priorities are shifting. For a full day, his only focus was the danger of the sea below. But now, the desperation of hunger is starting to compete with his fear of the fall. By pulling away, the parents have stopped being his safety net. This forced isolation is a strategy of tough love, designed to make his basic survival instinct stronger than his overthinking. The mother bird executes a maneuver. She flies toward him with a fish, but stops just out of reach. By dangling the food in empty space, she narrows his world to a single point, forcing his brain to focus on the fish, not the height. The hunger finally wins. The text describes the moment the mental barrier breaks. Maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. He lunges forward, and suddenly he is plummeting. He falls outwards and downwards into space. A wave of panic hits him, but the choice has already been made. He is in the air. His mother didn't need to explain how wings work. She simply created a moment of necessity, where his body had to take over, because his mind no longer had the luxury of being afraid. The moment he is in the air, his biology takes over. He feels the wind rushing against his breast feathers and his stomach. His wings spread outward automatically, catching the air and supporting his weight just as they were built to do. The terrifying drop he imagined for days doesn't happen. Instead, he finds himself moving with the wind. The text notes, he was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. The panic is gone, replaced by the rush of flight. He flaps his wings, banks into the wind, and starts to dive and soar. He has transitioned from a bird stuck on a rock to one who owns the sky. He faces one last test, the surface of the green sea. As he lands, his legs sink into the water, and he feels a flash of alarm. But as his belly touches the surface, he realizes he can float. He is no longer in danger. He is at home. His family circles him, screaming and praising him, offering him scraps of dogfish as a reward. This isn't just about food anymore. It's about the fact that he is finally independent. Courage isn't the absence of that shaking feeling you get on the ledge. Fear always exists before the jump. Whether facing career-defining board exams or taking a literal first flight, growth only happens when your desire to move forward finally pushes you to take the plunge.